The way the federal government has been recruiting and hiring has been changing. Most changes in the government happen slow, but we're already seeing a result in hiring. And the first big change is the salary history ban. This prohibits people from using their past salary to negotiate their pay in the government. Overall, I don't agree with this because this was one of the ways that people were using in order to negotiate their pay. If you don't know, usually when you get a job offer from a federal agency, it'll be at the step 1 level. So in the government, we have the GS pay scale, and then we have 10 steps. Usually they will start their offer at step 1, and it will stay there unless you take some initiative and try to negotiate that. This removes one of the ways people are able to negotiate. And the difference between step 1 and step 10 is 18 years or $25,000 a year. Now, if you're already earning a higher salary in the private sector because you're providing more value based on your skill set, why should you not be able to do that anymore? Well, the reason it was taken away is because it was seen as a discriminatory practice, because not everybody has the opportunity to earn high salaries in the private sector. So they used that as justification to get rid of it. Now, this doesn't come into effect officially until the 1st of October. So some agencies, just last month I've heard about, we're still negotiating salaries with people submitting their past pay stubs, but it's going away. Now, you will still be able to negotiate if you are currently not in the government and you're applying for a government job. The way that you're doing this now is you're showing you're a superiorly qualified candidate. So you're not doing it on your pay, but you're doing it on your years of experience, on the awards you have earned, on your academic achievements. You're going ahead and consolidate all that information and you're telling HR, I'm a superiorly qualified candidate, and you can still negotiate your step level. And you should at least try. The next change was a job portal for internship openings. This is done on the website intern.usajobs.gov. This looks a lot like usajobs.gov. And the internships that you find here, they're also on usajobs.gov. So what this website does is it removes all the distractions because all you have here are internships. Today, there are close to 100 internships around the country. Now, at its peak, I've seen this number go up to 200, over 200. Now, of course, you have to be enrolled in an academic program in order to take advantage of this. And you also might not get paid because some of these are paid internships and other ones are unpaid. But if you're only looking for the paid internships, there's a pay option. You can go ahead and select a minimum salary you're willing to accept. And there happens to be one remote position. So this is a 100% remote work internship. This one's at the Department of Education, which offers training and development in many different areas. The government stance recently on internships is there's not enough of them. They want to grow the internship program. And they would also like the majority, if not all internships, they want them to get paid. And the reason for this is with an unpaid internship, that is not going to attract an individual that's not financially stable. So if you have money issues, there's no way you could take an internship for $0. So that is also looked upon negatively. They want to even the playing field, so to speak. So they want to pay something. Now, this is probably only going to be $30, $40, $45, $50,000, but at least you're earning money while you're doing the internship. But will this new website, will this work out? It could, but I still think you're better off going to usajobs.gov because there's more student positions and there's more recent student graduate positions. So I don't think this extra website was really a necessity. The next change comes within the Pathway program. Now, in the past, the main way to go through there was university and college, but there's also a high school path and a presidential management fellows path. Now, with these paths, they allow individuals to get hired to the full-time status a lot quicker. So instead of needing 640 hours of work to be a full-time Fed, now it's only 480 hours of work. Also, agencies can now offer up to GS11 instead of being capped out at the GS9 level. So more people can enter through the Pathway program. Once they're in, they can become a full-time federal employee a lot quicker, and they're going to end up earning a lot more money. A lot of these changes, they've been happening in the past 12 months. And there's some early data to show just how effective it is. And one of the main goals here is to get younger people into the federal government. This is important because a lot of the older workers are thinking about retirement. In the next 5 years, it's estimated that 30% of the older federal employees are going to be submitting their retirement packet. If you're currently looking for a federal government job, you need to attend virtual hiring events. You can do it at your house. There's really no reason not to do it. If you want me to send you a list every week of the latest virtual events that are taking place, sign up to the free newsletter down below. Okay, so the good news is the total number of interns in the past 12 months has increased by 33%. This is in combination with an increase of employees under the age of 30. And this is a big deal for the government because, as you probably know, the average age of a federal employee, it's a lot higher than the private sector. The government has really been struggling trying to attract younger workers. Now, OPM still has to work with a lot of these federal agencies with the new pathway stipulations. There's new rules. They're trying to make it so that Job Corps people getting technical training, not necessarily the university, but technical training, they're going to be eligible for these pathway programs as well. There's a program called Level Up to Public Service, and this spreads awareness of the employment opportunities that exist within the federal government, K through 12. So they're actually going out to high schools to spread awareness. Because if you don't have a friend or relative in the government, a lot of people, they don't even consider it a real option. Now, you could be hearing all of this and you start to wonder, why is the government spending so much time, resources, and money into recruiting people? I can't even get a job. Why don't they recruit me? And I understand your pain. And this pathway, it is for the younger people. It is for recent student graduates or people that are finishing up technical school. But that pathway that we're talking about, it's always an option for you. All you need to do is enroll in a university with a certificate program that's accredited, do a 6, 8, 12-month certificate in an area that interests you, and then just like that, you have another pathway. You have the recent student pathway. Or maybe you want to try to get an internship, you have the student pathway. There's not necessarily an age that's related to the pathway. It is an academic achievement. That's the milestone that opens up the pathway for you. But you don't even need that. You can get in with open to the public. You need a strategy, but you can get in with the open to the public. Now, the real problem is what's in your resume. It's how your achievements are written up. It's how it looks. It's maybe you're missing key information. I was just looking at a resume the other day. They're missing the hours. How can HR give them the appropriate amount of credit for what they have done, their experience, their achievements, their responsibilities? There's no hours up there. You need hours on your job position. They're missing that. This is how people are disqualifying themselves every single day. So tighten up that resume first. Look at other pathways. Some of these you can open up on your own. Take any random 5 people that apply to the same job announcement. You're going to have somebody that's going to be probably well qualified, best qualified, not qualified. But who's the most qualified? It could be the person that didn't even get referred. So what's going on with that? What's going on with that is the best story wins. It wins in your resume and it wins in the room when you're interviewing. The best story wins. Now, thankfully, this is teachable. You can learn this. You can apply this and increase the probability of getting a better job. If you are interested in a federal government job, you might have a lot of questions on your mind about the federal hiring process, about usajobs.gov. What's the difference between this job and the other job? I did a live stream recently, answered over a dozen questions. A lot of these questions, they could be on your mind. If you're interested in that, I want you to watch this video next. If you would like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.